You'd think that children born into wealth would have a head start on financial success, right? Well, here's a surprising fact: 70% of wealthy families lose their wealth by the second generation, and 90% by the third. The top reason: poor financial communication and preparation. That means if you're a wealthy parent, the biggest risk to your family's fortune might not be the stock market, but what you haven't taught your kids. Is your hard earned wealth setting your children up for success or for a spectacular fall? Welcome. I remain Mr. Educated, and today we're tackling a difficult yet crucial topic: the silent struggle of wealth and parenting. It's easy to focus on trusts, investments, and tax strategies. But the real generational wealth strategy isn't about the money you have, it's about the mindset and skills you instill. We're talking about the emotional, psychological, and practical education that ensures your children are stewards of wealth, not just recipients of it. If your child can inherit a multi-million dollar portfolio, but doesn't know how to read a basic balance sheet or understand the value of a hard day's work, that portfolio is on a countdown timer. This is the financial education your accountant won't give them, but the education that will secure their future and your legacy. Let's be honest about the biggest challenge: the golden handcuffs of affluence. When you can buy your child anything, you risk buying away their drive, resourcefulness, and financial responsibility. The two most common pitfalls wealthy parents face are: 1. The entitlement trap. If a child has no experience waiting, saving, or earning, they develop an entitled mindset where resources are simply available, not earned or managed. This leads to a terrifying lack of urgency and poor decision making when they finally get control of the money. 2. The mystery of money. Many parents keep the details of their wealth a complete secret, thinking they're protecting their children. In reality, they are creating a vacuum. By the time the child receives the inheritance, they have zero practical knowledge, no understanding of the family's business, investments, or charitable giving, and no experience saying no to an expensive impulse. They become financially illiterate adults with a financial nuclear weapon in their hands. This isn't about being mean or withholding, it's about realizing that financial struggle builds financial muscle. So, how do you raise financially responsible adults when you don't have to make them struggle? You implement the three pillars of financial stewardship. Pillar 1: the transparent allowance system. Don't just hand out money. Structure an allowance that mimics a real paycheck. Give a set amount, and then make the kids responsible for things they want, like entertainment, specific clothing, or phone upgrades. When the money runs out, they learn the first fundamental lesson of finance: budgeting and scarcity. Pillar 2: the family financial boardroom. Treat money like a tool, not a secret. Hold monthly board meetings where the entire family discusses simple concepts. Talk about charitable donations. Explain why you chose a certain investment, like stocks over real estate, and even share age appropriate details about the family's balance sheet. This demystifies money and turns it into a topic of collaboration, not confusion. Pillar 3: the summer job mandate. Even if your kids don't need the money, they desperately need the experience of working a job outside the family bubble. They learn what an hourly wage feels like, how to report to a boss, and the true market value of their time. The dignity and lessons learned from a minimum wage job are priceless for building character that inherited wealth can easily erode. I want to share the powerful story of the Carlson family, a real life example of getting it right. The patriarch who made his fortune in tech was terrified of the shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves in 3 generations curse. His children didn't get their full trust fund until age 35. But at 25, they received their first installment with a crucial condition: they had to invest 20% into a business idea of their own and donate 10% to a charity of their choosing. The money wasn't a gift, it was seed capital for their vision. It forced them to learn everything, from creating a business plan to due diligence on a charity. They weren't just passively waiting for a payout, they were active financial decision makers. Because of this, both children went on to build successful ventures, and the family wealth not only survived, but grew in the next generation. They learn that the greatest gift a parent can give is the confidence to create, not just consume. In summary, the secret to raising financially successful children isn't a complex trust fund. It boils down to three non negotiables. One, dismantle entitlement by creating a transparent, responsible allowance system. Two, eliminate the mystery by talking about money and holding family board meetings. Three, build work ethic by ensuring they have real, outside the bubble work experience. Your wealth is a tool. Teaching your children how to use that tool with respect, skill, and intention is the most vital legacy you will ever leave them. Don't let your success become their undoing. What are your most effective tips for raising wealthy yet grounded children? I want to hear your successful strategies or biggest concerns in the comments below. And if you want to dive deeper into how to set up that first family financial boardroom, 5 conversation starters to talk about money with your kids, like and subscribe so you don't miss our next video.